Welcome to Landria on YouTube. Here to help you break through those fears, live an awesome life. Woo-wee! My course on breaking through fears. Wow, we go deep into what that is. We go deep into it and how do we handle it? And we go deep into why it's so much a part of our lives and why it dominates us. If you have full control, why is it dominating? We dive into all of that. So you can always go to my Landria.com site and or my .net. That's my internet training. But I just want you to know that you can always check whether it's out yet when you see this video, or later on, of course, you know, the events will be going on. We're going to be doing cruises. That's going to be a lot of fun. And live events, wine tastings. I may be doing one in France, maybe a week-long retreat in France with One Big Thing. That's my advanced course. So get ready for some really powerful stuff. The good news is if you can't travel or if you don't want to travel, I will have all of these courses online. So, you know, keep checking back and you can see what's available to you. So I promise I'm working on it now. If you go there and it's not there yet, I'm on it. So many hours in a day, what's up with that? All right, so today we're gonna talk about, here's another fear. Identity crisis, purpose crisis, midlife crisis. Oh, I bet there's a lot of you out there that felt this. Midlife crisis. You know, I've never had one. I'm never going to have one. I've never had a birthday that I went, oh my God. You know why? I'm going to share with you why. How to avoid all of those things. You can go through life never having a birthday that you think you're old. You can go through life never having a midlife crisis because you feel like there are things you should do or life's passing you by or whatever. No matter what you've done up to this point, we're going to talk about how you can bypass all of those feelings like life is passing me by. I haven't done what I want to do. What am I supposed to be doing? And oh my gosh, I'm in my 50s and some of you in your 40s. Oh, this is it? Let's go buy a sports car and have an affair. Isn't that what everybody does? So, hold on. Have my coffee with you. All right, so how do we avoid this? I know a lot of you have that big hole. It feels like a hole. I remember being married and laying in bed, and I called it the black hole. Feeling like my life, by the way, I had a huge house, traveled, had everything, right? Feeling like I had nothing to look forward to, nothing of true value. And I thought, wait a minute. This isn't how it's supposed to be. And I laid there and thought, what's missing? And I didn't know what was missing. This was many, many, many years ago. And I know now what was missing. I had such an exciting life and I was doing everything I ever wanted. Even if it was crazy, I would go after everything. When I got married, I got into that place where society told me what I should be doing. You get married, you have the house. I didn't have the kids. It was never my thing. You get a job. And then that world that I had always lived, which is my personality, which is the person that doesn't allow fear to hold them back, felt restricted. And the restrictions came from the world that I believed I was supposed to adhere to. So again, that's a belief. Everything's always a belief. You can't blame the world. You can only say, am I believing it or not? Coffee break. Hold on. So the question is, what are you believing? So if you're in a place where you're feeling that, you're feeling like you just don't have any direction, you just don't know what you're supposed to be doing, life's passing you by, oh my God, is this it? I'm too old, and now what? Now what? You have a belief system somewhere that tells you that you should have been doing certain things and you weren't doing what you wanted to do. How do you avoid a midlife crisis? How have I avoided all of that since I was in the black hole? I started doing exactly what I wanted to do, and I didn't care what anybody else thought, what society told me, or what my odds were of doing it. You might say, well, that's great for you. You don't have a family and all this stuff. Now, you have made many choices that have put you in this place where you are. I don't care if you've got the worst spouse in the world or whatever, worst job or whatever. You made those choices. Now, yes, we learn along the way. Sometimes we don't have certain information when we make those choices, right? So you go into it and then you find out later on. You can always choose something new. But most of us don't. We stay in it. Why do we stay in it? All right? You always have an opportunity to change any situation you're in, any circumstance, any relationship. You can do it. Is it challenging in some situations? Heck yeah. That is part of your beautiful opportunity to do something in this life that will progress your spiritual growth. It's all part of it. And the fact that you didn't make those changes a while back, how many of you are staying in a relationship that's miserable for you both? Why? It's not for the kids. All you're doing is showing these kids a loveless, unhealthy relationship. It's because society tells you you're supposed to stay together, that that's the best thing. And I'm not telling you if it is or it isn't. I'm telling you what we live by are the rules of tradition that no one's been happy with. Think about this. Go to school, get a job, get married. When are you going to get married? You get married and on the wedding day. When are you having kids? When are you getting that job? Are you going to get a promotion? It's like you have goals that you can never achieve with that traditional mentality. And then we continue to hit those goals, and most of them we didn't even really want in the first place. We're just going through the motions of what society has told us we need to do. Boom! It's gone, people. It's gone. And there are people that'll stay in there. Like, we've got parents. I don't know about you, but my parents were miserable later on in life. Miserable. We had such a great upbringing. We were such a beautiful family. My parents had a lovely marriage. And then, boom! My brother and I left, and my parents just didn't know who they were. They got married really young. They never found what it was they loved. I don't think my dad ever found it. My mom loved art, and she never thought she was good enough. All of these things were beliefs. My dad believed he could never get out of the situation and go do what he wanted. He loved California. He should have moved there. But he was kept getting so sucked into, he's a responsible person. He was a wonderful, wonderful, responsible person. And he couldn't pull away from that, because to pull away from it, he felt like society, himself, everybody else would say he's irresponsible, he shouldn't do this, this is not for people like him. And he died unfulfilled and unhappy. Fact. And I pushed him, Dad, I don't care how old you are, go move to California, you can afford it. What's stopping you? He entrenched himself in the world that he was in to the point where he almost couldn't get out. Now, everything's possible. Could he have resolved that? Yes. Could he have figured a way? Yes. Could he have gotten help and cleaned out the house and then sold it and gone over there? Yes. But he got so entrenched in his life, and the deeper you get into it, the tougher it is emotionally to get out of it. In real life, it's no different. Making a change is making a change, whether it's in the beginning or later on or whatever. Even if you have responsibilities, there are ways for you to go after the life that you dream of. If you are living your life to the fullest, you will never have a midlife crisis. You'll never wonder what your purpose is. You'll never go into a black hole wondering, why am I here? You'll know why you're here. Even if you don't have a clear-cut answer, you'll know that you have a mission. You're supposed to fulfill whatever is, let's say, available to you to make this world a better place. That's it. Don't complicate this. What are you doing right now that's making you feel like you are having a midlife crisis? You're not living the life you want. And people put too much thought into this. There's this planning, I'm going to do this, and then they go, and then it doesn't work out, or this person will make me happy, and then, that doesn't work out. Guess what? That's work too. And then this job will make me happy. So they're seeking stuff outside themselves when they should just go and do and experience and live and quit thinking so hard about it. What do I have to gain from this situation? What can I do to raise my frequency, to maybe learn something new, to expose myself to new people and things? Maybe I just go on trips. Maybe I volunteer for something exciting overseas that will be just as beneficial to you as it is everybody else. Maybe you do Habitat for Humanity. I have to tell you, it was pretty exciting building those homes. Although I was the one, putting the tile in for 8 hours. Because nobody else could stay on their knees that long without being in agony. Yeah, I tiled the entire house. Oh, they put the sludge on and handed it to me, the tiles to me. Whoop. But you know what? I thought, I tiled that whole house. I tiled that entire house. It was awesome. You start to get fulfilled in ways you didn't expect. You don't sit there and go, okay, what am I going to do that's going to fulfill me, that's going to help me with this? Quit thinking so hard. Just start living, experiencing. I had this beautiful girl in her 20s who moved from another country to New York. Very ambitious, a big overachiever, extremely mature for her age, who wanted to talk to me. She's thinking of coming on our internet training because right now she's working a job that requires her, to be physically someplace every day, working long hours and not making a lot of money. That's not what she wants to do for a living. I thought, wow, pretty cool at her age, figuring out that she needs to find another way and willing to put the work in. This is not somebody who's whining. She knows there's going to be a lot of work. And she asked me a lot of questions. What would you do different? What did you love about your job before as an investment banker? If you guys don't know, I was an investment banker for 25 years. What do you love now? I quit and wrote a book. It's a movie. I've written 2 other books after that. I'm working on television series. I've got, courses that I teach to people. I'm doing my life's completely changed. I rolled with things. And I told her, everything I did, I don't regret. The only thing that I would redo is when I didn't put 100% in, when I held back. I look at things, how many times I just didn't feel qualified for something or whatever, and sometimes maybe, it was reflected in how I did certain things. I should have put more effort in. I should have believed in myself more back when I was much younger, a very young person. But that's part of the growth too. We don't gain our confidence and get to that point until we've experienced life for a while and you figure out there's nobody else more qualified than me. There's nobody else smarter or more talented. We all have our individual gifts. You know what yours are. People tell you, oh, you're really good at speaking or writing or artistic, or, oh, you're so good with animals or whatever. Use those gifts. Find ways to use your gifts. If you're in a situation that you don't like right now and you can change it, and it's not a good situation for you, change it. What is it you're afraid of? If you're in a bad marriage that's not going to get better, what is it you're afraid of? Release that person, release yourself. You're afraid of the rules of society. You're afraid of not being taken care of. You're afraid of really being all that you can be. You're holding back. Well, other people need me, or the kids need me. Really? Really? If you're unhappy, you are not serving anybody well. I'm not encouraging irresponsibility or anything like that. I'm encouraging you to start living your life in whatever way you can and quit thinking so hard. This young girl, she wanted answers from me. She wanted to know what she should do. She was looking for directions. She needed to know, do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Can I avoid this? Can I go after that? Because Landria, she's had a pretty great life. And my answer to her is, my life has been great because I always lived it. I always started to move forward. When I was in a marriage that was unfulfilling, I got out of it. I knew it was never going to work because I wanted to do things and become somebody that didn't suit that person's idea of marriage. That's okay. There's no animosity there. Sometimes things just change, or things just don't fit, or you progress, or somebody else progresses. And that's with jobs, careers, everything. Oh, I've been in this job for so many years. So? You've outgrown it? You're ready for something else? Go do it. It's when we hold back and we stop living the lives that we want to live that we have those crises. I don't feel fulfilled. I don't have a purpose. When you continue, just go, do, go, live. Everybody wants an answer. What should I be doing? What's my life purpose? It's whatever you can contribute today. How do I get past this feeling like I'm not fulfilling my life? Find something that you can do and take action on it today to change up your life, to change your energy, to shift it, to try that dance, class, to go work out if you never have, to start walking and build up to run a marathon, to start teaching young kids, maybe big brother, big sister, to, volunteer, to, whatever, travel. Maybe you say, hey family, I'm going to go away for a long weekend to a retreat, meditation retreat. Or you take your spouse with you and say, honey, I know you're not into this, but we're going to go to a really cool event. And it's a spiritual kind of event, or whatever. What is it you want to do? What is it? You don't have to be specific. Just start taking the action. It shifts your energy. It sends the message to the universe that you're expanding. You're learning, you're meeting new people. You find out, I've tried 101 things and most of them aren't what I stick with. I loved all of them. I got to try all these things. We all think, I have to do this and this has to work, and then people go, oh, that didn't work, it failed. And you're like, oh, okay, and you go crawling back to where you were. That's how society thinks. They don't go, God, that's so cool that you tried that. Are you going to keep doing it? No, but I loved it. It was cool. I went and got an interior design degree. I did that. It's like, you know what? Oh, I loved it. It was great. But guess what? It was a business. And then you have to deal with complaining and all kinds of stuff you didn't expect. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to stick to interior design for myself and some friends. So I don't do it anymore. I can still do it if I want to. I've got the degree. I'm able to do it. So I have that in my little cachet, my portfolio of things that I can pull out. And nobody said, oh, you were going to be interior designer. What happened to that? Nothing. I did it. I tried it. I was a runner for years and years and years. I just decided one day to run a race with somebody, and I got the silver medal. I was like, damn. And so I started running races. And this year, for the first time after 15 years, I did not run the Peachtree Road Race, the biggest 10K in the world. Why? I didn't feel like it. 15 years of running in 90-degree heat. I work out. I was doing CrossFit at the time. I just recently quit and now I'm doing something else. Who says you have to be in one lane all the time? Sometimes you get in the fast lane, you pass everybody else, you get back and you go in the slow lane and you go over in the middle. Go in whatever lane suits you, but don't sit in the parking lot. Most of you are in the parking lot. You haven't even started the car and you think you're stuck there. You're not. You're never stuck. So I want you to consider what you can start doing today to change your life. I want you to take a piece of paper out and say, what is it I really want to do? What is it I want to try? And if you don't know what that is, just start doing something. Start changing up that routine and start doing something that's exciting. You may find that your friends and people around you are going to go, that's so cool, I would love to do that. Hey, listen, you think internet marketing? Like, people have this weird idea of what it is. Then they find out that I have a legitimate, awesome business and that this is real stuff that anybody who wants to make money online needs to know. And now all of a sudden it's like, whoa, okay, that's really cool. I didn't care what anybody thought. I knew it was right. I knew it works. I knew it's powerful. I got myself an education. And some of it was a little bit challenging. I got through it and I'm so empowered now. Woo! Got a totally different life now because of that. What is it you're afraid of stepping into? And when it becomes a little difficult, when you have to practice for the race or, practice the dance steps or do whatever, don't be afraid of that. Challenge yourself. It's going to be exhilarating, and that's when you're going to feel like there's no crisis here. What are you doing? Well, this week, I have a major motion picture company that wants to film a movie in my house with Mark Wahlberg. So, you know what? You start to attract some very interesting, crazy stuff that you never expected because your message to the universe is that, I need excitement to come to me now. Need. I shouldn't have said need. I desire excitement. What's going to happen? Well, here we go. Movie company. All the homes in this neighborhood, they knocked on my door. Why? Not a coincidence. You guys, still question this stuff, man. When you start that ball rolling into excitement, something new, expanding my horizons, getting out of situations, I don't care what anybody says, I don't care what anybody tells you. If you know you need to do something to better your life and to get out of negative situations, do it. Do it. Nobody should ever stay in a place where they are being abused or feeling bad. And if that's that situation, it's up to you to make that choice. You control all the power. You hold the power. You have free will. No one can infringe on that. Somebody could do something horrible to you. You still get to choose how you react to that and what you feel. And if you're going to use it as an opportunity to become something really great. My friend who wrote me and said that her boss was terrible to her, and instead of her usual anger and stuff, she came home and blessed that person and decided not to allow her energy to be sucked into that situation. So she blessed that person and sent her light and love. You don't have to feel it, I love you. No, you're probably not going to, but send light and love and then move on. So, how to avoid a midlife crisis? If you're living your life every day fulfilled, or at least shooting for those things that you want to achieve. I'm always going for new things constantly. In fact, it's sort of like I feel like, how much time do I have here on the planet? Because I got a lot of stuff I want to do. So I spend my time very busy on those things because it's like, this is really cool. I get to create new things. And what's next? Okay, I'll write another book. Okay, well, all right, now I'm going to do courses. Oh, let's do live events. now, I'm going to fly to London for 10 days and spend time over there with multi-millionaires to talk about expanding my business. Just exciting things. And sometimes I have to push myself to do it. Sometimes it'd be easy to stay in my little, world here. And I know it's tough to break away from things that you have put in what feels like cement. I'm in this marriage and this job and these responsibilities and stuff. You're in charge. Purpose, it's going to come, and you won't know what it is till you get yourself out that door and start doing stuff and trying new things. There's meetups everywhere. I think all over the world they have what's called meetups. Find something interesting and hang with a whole group of people that are doing what you want to do, or that you are, photography class. Go hang out with them. They go out on events, wine tastings, travel clubs. Find those people that will support what you do. But don't be a victim, and don't get stuck and think that you're stuck. You're not. And the more you put yourself in that situation, I know the more difficult it appears to be to get out of it. But what are you going to do? Wait? And go stay stuck and get deeper and deeper entrenched in that cement? You can break free. You always can, every day. So do it. Because you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings are flowing to you every day. You have the power of the universe. You are the power of the universe. I am. I am. I am. Namaste.